with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Boss Life Secrets. It's going down. Like the video, share the video, all that good stuff, man. It's going down, man. We out here. Represent. I represent. What up, Romeo? Romeo Carter. It's going down. It's really going on. We out here, man. Like the video, share the video, all that good stuff. And tell me where you're from. Represent, represent. What's up, retired 219? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, I remember you from North Carolina. Man, I'm hungry, man. All of a sudden. What up, what up, what up, what up? I kind of miss being in North Carolina. I hate to say it. I kind of miss North Carolina, man. I'm telling you. North Carolina is laid back, man, compared to Georgia. Woo-wee. Right. Well, you come to Georgia, boy, they crack the whip. Yeah, boy. Yeah. When you come to Georgia, they crack the whip, boy. Yeah. Woo-wee, boy. Man, North Carolina's laid back. Crazy, though. Mississippi in the house. So the title is some real. You like the title? I had to think about that one for a couple of about 2-3 hours. Barbara trapping. Shit. North Carolina is yeah. You been there North Carolina only 1 month? Damn. But you like it? Well, that's good. You like it, bro. That's good. You like it. The worst thing that could ever happen is you be living someplace that you don't like. Oh man, that's bad business. Now you got to make the best of this shit until it's time for you to leave if you dislike it. You know, that's never a good place to be. You know, like the video, share the video. Hey, you live in it's a Raleigh, right? You live in the Raleigh area, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in that neck of the woods. I remember you mentioning something like that. Speaking of Raleigh, I was talking to this guy that live in Raleigh earlier today. He live in Wake Forest, in the Wake Forest area. You know, yeah, the dude I was talking, he live in the Wake Forest area. He been living in there for like, oh man, probably like 15, 20 years now. There's a lot of old people that live You supposed to carry, yeah. I remember you mentioned that. There's a lot of old people that live in that area too. A lot of old money. I noticed that. You noticed that yet? Since you've been there? A lot of old money in the Raleigh area. There's a lot of rich ass people in that area, man. A lot of rich ass people in that area, that neck of the woods. Old money, yeah. The dude that I'm talking to, he's a millionaire. He got rich on the internet, mostly software, mostly software. Then he took that software money and flipped a lot of it into real estate. Yeah, you know, a lot of shops. Yeah. And how's the women out there? I never really I met one girl out there that lived in the Cary in the Cary area, but she wasn't from there. She was from someplace else. But beside her, I never really met anybody, any woman that's from Raleigh. My ex girlfriend, she moved to Durham years ago, and she's still up there. She's pretty cool. She ended up getting married to some other dude. She didn't get married to me, man. I got her ready for the next dude. You did. That's all shit. Hey, you know what? I'm bullshitting around, but if you were to say that to her, she probably would have to think about it for a second, and she would not disagree with that. And she would say, "I did learn a lot from him." She would admit to that. She learned a lot from me. You know. Oh man, you know what? She was like the perfect girl for me at the time. Oh man, the perfect girl. She had everything that I like, except for her mind. Oh man, that was it. She didn't get the mind right until later, you know. But physically, the perfect girl. I mean, she had ass and tits. Everything was big. Oh man, thick thighs. You know, the butt sticking out. Oh man, flat stomach, nice shiny skin. Oh man, like sunshine. If you see her right now, you'd be like, God damn, you let her go? I didn't let her. I didn't really let her go. She just her grandparents moved to Raleigh, to the Durham area. I kind of knew it was like, you know, we were in different places. Plus, I was 7 years older than her at the time, so I kind of knew when she moved, it's gonna fizzle out and it's gonna be the end, you know. But we had some good times together. She learned a lot from me. Um, she was from New York City, Eric. She was from New York City, and They moved from New York City, from Brooklyn. They moved from Brooklyn to Charlotte, then from Charlotte to Durham at the time. Then she ended up moving to Boston for like 5 years with some dude that didn't work out. So she ended up moving back to Durham. And that's when she met her husband today that she's with. But her husband, he's kind of right up her speed because he's very similar to me. He's very creative dude, smart, intellectual dude. He's a DJ on the side. He's a civil engineer during the daytime. So he's a very smart, creative, intellectual dude. Very similar to me. So this is a perfect dude for her. I said perfect dude for you, besides me. Wink, wink. But hey, check this out. She's afraid to come around me though. That's the thing. Now she calls me once a year. She either calls me once a year or she'll send me a message and do like a little FaceTime or IG, whatever. Once a year. But she ain't gonna come around me. No, she's afraid. What might happen? So I told her, I said, look, knock it off. I don't want to do anything that you don't want to do. So you don't gotta worry about anything happening that you don't want to happen. We grown folks now. We ain't in the 20s no more. Knock it off, woman. you know? New York, what's going down? What up, Eric? Women are friendly. Yeah, especially in that area. Them snow bunnies out there. And the snowflakes approaching. Yeah, snow bunnies out there. Oh yeah. Hey, are you dark? Are you like my shade or darker? Retired 219? White women like them like that. Like us. Oh yeah. They'll introduce themselves. Hey, I'm Lauren. What's your name? God damn. Yeah, oh yeah, they like them dark chocolate. Oh yeah. White women can't help it, boy. I swear they can't help it. You be in a job environment and she's staring at you. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And everybody's looking at her staring. I'm like, yo, what? You forgot where you at? They can't help it, man. I've seen it happen so many times, man. To me and other guys too. White women can't help it, boy. And the white guys be looking too. They be looking to see what she looking at. Oh boy, they don't like that shit. Cause they won't get with her. But she's looking at you or me. Oh, that white guys don't like that shit. Woo. That hate is real, boy. White women are bold, man. Yeah, the sisters, they kind of play it kind of cool, a little subtle with it or whatever. They're not so bold in the office because they know if they get too bold, they get rid of them. And they can't really show that they have some type of camaraderie with us in the office. It can't be so blatant and so obvious. You know, white people don't really like that shit. Y'all getting along, like, oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? So that's why a lot of sisters, they ain't so bold in the office like that. It's really a slippery slope. They kind of got to be cool. Now, if the white woman do that shit, white women, they don't care. Because, that's kind of, everybody knows that white women like us. They ain't no secret. Everybody know in the office environment, the job environment. But the rest of the women is kind of like, it's like everyone's kind of guessing. Do you like him? You And when it comes to white women, you don't have to like guess. It is what it is. It's like they kind of expect white women to like us. Whether you're young or old, it's not like a secret. Now, if it's an Asian woman, black woman, Latin woman, whatever, it's kind of up in the air. She might or she might not. You know, the workforce is a weird environment, boy. You know, it really is. It's a weird environment, boy. Things happen in the workforce that don't happen nowhere else in society. And the reason why I can say that, I had a bunch of jobs. So I can talk about the workforce and the job environment all day long. You know, I've seen a bunch of stuff go down. You know, yeah, man, that's enough. Yeah, the white lady asked me to take photo of them and friends when we went to two different lounges. Yeah. So hey, man, if you got questions, I got answers. 800-315-8203. Who the hell is this troll? You know, I gotta be a white guy. Don't smoke rocks. I gotta be a white guy right there. You know, yeah, smash the like button. Only a white guy would do something stupid like that. Got to be. They can't even update their phrases. Yo,
It's out of the New York City show. We're going down.
I don't know, bro. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I was saying about the job thing. Like, when it comes to me and just like the ladies at the job,
Yeah.
I counter like girls that's Caribbean, like Jamaican and everything. And when I like talk to them, or like when I first met one person, she bit her lip at me, looking up and down. And I was like, something.
Oh yeah, that was an invite, bro. Yeah, that was an invite.
Yeah, I do have a question for you. What is like you say you dated a girl that was from New York City. Was the girl from New York different from the girls you dated like around the world and your area, or they were similar to the same?
Were they similar? Nah.
Yeah, I'm asking, was they similar? Oh.
No, everybody was different. Because you have to realize that everywhere you go, people are different. It's like, for example, people on the East Coast tend to be different than people on the West Coast, or North, South. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's one thing about being in America. You can be like here. I'm in Atlanta, right? I can drive 3.5, 4 hours away to Charlotte. It's a totally different environment. The people different, they act different, they look different, they talk different, they eat different, everything. So everybody's different. Everybody's different, you know. People raised different, got different morals. It's a different environment. It's a different vibe. All of that.
What is your intake on like as a people, like black people, of therapy? What's your intake on that? Like, do we need therapy or we don't need therapy for all the shit that we've been through from like kids to now?
Yeah, I think most black people need therapy. I would say by 99%, including me. Yeah, including I would say probably 99%, bro. Because what happens is a lot of this. It's been proven that a lot of stuff that happened to your parents, that shit was passed down to you. It's like, for example, if your mom was going through something when when you were, say, 3 or 4 months, right? A lot of that shit was passed down from her to you, whether she was aware of it or not. You know what I'm saying?
You talking some spiritual stuff. I didn't expect you to switch it up to that.
They call it epigenetics. Yeah, they call it epigenetics.
And since we're on that topic, that's like perfect example, right? There's a girl that I used to like be involved with. Like, you remember how you said you was this one time the side guy of a girl before? Like, she cheated on a boyfriend with you before? That's the thing with like a girl that I wasn't really in a relationship, then I was in a relationship, so it was like both. I said we wasn't in a relationship. She's the type, like, I don't like females that smoke actually cigarettes. But she's been through so much shit, I'm not going to say what she told me she's been through. She started smoking now, like cigarettes. And a lot of girls that I counted, like, one could be from, like, North Carolina that I talked to online. This is a different girl. It was another girl that I knew from online, smoked cigarettes. And this girl I knew in person I met through a friend, like, years ago. And I reconnected with her. Now she's smoking cigarettes. I'm like, in my mind, like, you really, like, own to cigarettes. Like, dude, I told her, you have to get better because what you're going through is smoking cigarettes ain't the way. And then she told me it's her body that she's smoking cigarettes. I'm like, imagine if you want to have kids, because she's 27. She said she want to have kids later and get married. She has no kids. I'm like, that's affecting you, your way of thinking, and your body right now, and it's going to affect it in the long haul.
Yeah, and if she don't deal with that shit, she's going to pass that shit down to her kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's true, and people don't understand that because I know people personally that they smoke so much. Shit happened with them in the heart. They went to the hospital and they redid it again. I'm like, you killing yourself, or if you have kids, you killing everybody that's around that when you smoke.
Yeah, it's self-sabotage. Rather than, and the most of them don't even realize it.
Certain black women, certain women don't want to listen. They think they know everything. Sure.
Yeah, you know, I find that a lot of people, man, especially the more attractive a woman is, the more she's insecure and the more something probably happened to her, more than likely. Either she was molested, raped, or something. You know, the more...
the truth,
yeah.
Because I experienced that with, like, selective girls that I knew, like, they told me certain things that they've been through. But I'm like, in my mind, like, everybody thinks because a girl is, like, very attractive, she's hard to talk to.
No.
I was nervous before, like, of, like, getting rejection. But I'm like, okay, she rejects me. I'm like, cool, there's another one to replace you. I have a abundance mindset now. So she doesn't say yes to me like Coach Corey Wayne said. I'm using him as a reference. You have to go through a lot of no's before you go through a lot of yeses. That's 100% true. I agree with on that.
Yeah, the most attractive women, they're the easiest to talk to, because you got to think about it. They grew up where most guys were just basically kissing their ass or doing too much, and when they become, you know, that opens them up to get mistreated too when they're getting all this attention from guys. And then when they become an adult, that opens them up for even more predators.
What you say is true, because I see this even in New York City, like, with the situation going on, right? As I'm walking, like, just doing what I have to do, like going grocery shopping, taking care of errands, I have a lot of females just, like, checking me out, looking at me, breaking their neck, look at me for, like, 8 seconds or more, and then keep it pushing. But the thing is, right, I haven't approached one of these girls since the situation. I can, and I had a girl, like, in a Target where I live at. It's not that far from me. It's a girl that works in Target. She wasn't wearing a mask, and she put on a mask. The girl had a brown shirt on. She turned her head right forward, then she broke her neck to turn her head and look at me. Because I was looking at her, looking at me, like, when she broke her neck. mind you, I'm not going to approach her and talk to none of these girls. I'm just going about my life.
Yeah. Yeah. Mostly, man. You got to think about like this. If, let's say when you approach women that are like, say, a 6 or 7 or 5, 6 or 7, they're usually the hardest to talk to because in their mind, the guys have basically lied to them and gassed them up, and basically made them feel like they were somebody else that they weren't really. So in their mind, the cases, she's just trying to figure out this damn thing and trying to do whatever she's trying to do, and she's just trying to. She doesn't really trust guys. She's just trying to learn how to function within society around guys. So there's a difference. Go ahead.
I have another question. It's like, when a girl, do you believe a female should lie with certain situations or not at all? Because me and my sister had a discussion. It's like, I'm not saying if it's wrong or right, but like on New York City, people, I don't know if they do in Atlanta, they do catcalls. They're like, yo, guy was good, babe, this and that. The females put on headphones or they lie to the guy and say they have a boyfriend, or they don't tell the guys the truth that they're not interested because some guys, like you said, are crazy. They're trying to kill a girl.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to smack her. You believe females should lie with certain things or they shouldn't lie at all?
Well, in a situation like that, you got to do what you got to do to make it home. If a woman feels like she's she's dealing with a wacko on the street, that's justifiable for her to lie, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I have like girls like just anywhere like that. I talk to some of them, like I meet in person. They'll say certain things. I'm just looking at them like, yo, I call into your lies, your bullshit. Like you been lying so much, you thinking you catching me with lies, and I know you lying. You might as well tell me the truth and stop like bullshit me, because I'm gonna catch up with what you saying.
Oh wait, hold on. You talking about in a normal social situation, or are you talking about on the street? Which one is it?
No, I know. I was talking about on the street, and I switched it to a normal situation.
Well, on a normal situation, I don't think a woman should lie like in that situation. But on the street, that's justifiable for her to lie. Because I look at it like she's just trying to make it back home or make it to wherever she's going safely.
That's true. And that's true, because some dude, he killed the girl because she told him no. He took out a gun and shot her in Brooklyn. Then Jessica J, I mentioned the other day, Nicole, she said her friend rejected guy, told her no. She went out with her friend. The guy in the lounge took a barrel and snapped it over her head because she told him no. She wasn't interested in him. I was like, that shit is crazy.
Oh, yeah. A lot of these guys out here, man, they'll throw something at the woman or hit her or something. Or, yeah, dudes will shoot a bitch. Today, dudes out today are crazy as cat shit. Yeah,
true. Even
these dudes be tripping out here.
There's so much females out here and so much girls are giving up, like you said, like hot take. It's not that hard. You can pay for it, get to know the female. Or yesterday, like your shirt that you had, I said on your website, sweet Michael,
Yeah, I mean, these dudes, there's a lot of game goofy dudes out here now, man. They want to kill the damn girl. They want to kill the girl, beat her up just because she ain't interested in him. And I think this was like a couple years ago. I think it was a UFC fighter, white chick. I think she met some guy off Craigslist, and she ended up.
Oh, that's the worst website.
You heard about that?
No, but I said Craigslist is a worst website for anything.
It's
really crazy for a lot of things.
Yeah, she ended up going over to the dude's house, and the dude ended up killing her. Dude had her all chopped up like like some like Jeffrey Dahmer scene in a fucking movie or something, like a serial killer.
You think that's what 5 years ago? My ex-girlfriend told me it was a couple that they was buying like in a house or like getting rent or apartment pregnant. The guy ends up like stabbing them and shooting them, but they end up surviving and running away from the guy on Craigslist. She told me this 5 years ago when I was with my ex from home. I don't do nothing on Craigslist. I don't trust anything from Craigslist. No job, no business, no getting no house, apartment, selling stuff. I don't really trust that. Me and people, nothing.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Craigslist. You know, a lot of trolls on there, and a lot of them all.
Mine is a lot of trolls.
A lot of trolls and a lot of perverts and a lot of weirdos. But people still be on there. You know, they still be on there, man. But thanks for calling, bro.
All right, take it easy, Chuck.
All right. What's up, Shelly? Apple Mac is in the house. What's going down, man? So you hope the caller finds the one soon. Yeah, I think eventually he will, Shelly. If you do what works, women will follow. You know, this ain't complicated, man. You just got to do what works. Reason why most guys have problems because they have the wrong information. You get the right information along with the right beliefs and the right action, you win. Just don't give up. You change your habits. You change your mind, you change your habits. The possibilities are endless after that. You know? That's usually how that works. Oh, P.S. And by the way, I opened up my Bad Boys Club community. I officially launched it this week. If you go to my community tab, and if you click on the link, that'll get you started. I have like a 14-day trial. So if you go to the community tab, you'll be able to get on the Bad Boys Club, you know, 2-week test drive. What up, L. Anthony? You know, I got like 30 plus out 30 something hours of video, you know, videos for days and some coming. There's more on my membership site that I just launched. So go to my community tab. That's where it's at. What do you think about all these Black Americans moving to Africa? What part of Africa? A lot of people moving everywhere, seems like. What part of Africa are you talking about? It just depends on what part. Is Zimbabwe? Is it what? Johannesburg? Is it Ghana? There's so many countries, man, that a lot of people go to. Gambia, Ghana, Uganda. Yeah, I haven't heard much about Gambia. Gambia? I haven't heard much about that place. Yeah, there's that girl you sent me a couple weeks ago. I've never she's the first person I ever heard really talk about it. That country, you know, West, East Africa. Yeah, but what part of West and East Africa though, Shelley? What's the country? You do what benefits you. Ain't that the truth, Joe? But it still has to be practical. Still has to make sense, though. Yeah. Some people do what benefit them, and it's self destruction. So you got to be careful with that, Joe. When you said do what benefits you, because some people think they're doing what benefits them, but it's really self destruction. Just like I forgot who said it. Said if a girl, a person that's not willing to accept instructions, his head is for self destruction. I think that was what's the dude's name? Don Magic Wand. Green is for the money, gold is for the honey, baby. Don Magic Wand. I think might have said that. Green is for the money, gold for the honey, baby. Green is for the money, gold is for the honey. Da-da. Kenny Red. It might have been Kenny Red that said it. Shit, I don't know. Yeah, call up 800-315-8203. Hit smash the like button. You're not at the bar? And they got the bars open back up in Alabama? Shit, man. The bars open already? Hey, dog. It's open in Alabama. You know they open in Georgia. Shit, man. You know they open down here if they open in Alabama. Great, dog. Gotta get that drink. The pressure's on. I'll let these dudes. Pimping gotta be dead with all this internet shit. Yeah, pimping is dead, bro. That pimp game is over. It's over, bro. There's people out there that's still doing it, but it ain't nothing you wanna. I look at the pimp game like the dope game. It ain't nothing you want to really get into, man. Not not long term, you know. You got cousins that live in Alabama. Alabama do whatever Trump say. Okay. Yeah, they ain't got no football this year. Oh boy, they're really gonna be getting violent in Alabama. They're gonna be getting violent as hell in Alabama. No football, ain't nothing else to do but beat each other up. Then ain't no football. Y'all know if people ain't being entertained, you know people gonna get violent. Especially in America. Oh, that's how it is. They not being entertained, people get stressed. And they get to drinking, and smoking, and getting high. You know what's coming next. You know what's coming next. Angela Davis and Condoleezza Rice are from Birmingham. For real? How do you know that? What is a pimp game? Stop it, Shelly. Stop playing around. I don't believe you don't know what that means, Shelly. Which book you wrote that is your favorite of all time? My favorite book that I wrote? Man. Whew. Uh Probably the last one, man. Probably Boss Life Secrets. Probably Boss Life Secrets, man. That's probably the one that I took me longer to write than the second one. Now you got to think about it. The first book I wrote. I sat on that. I sat on that for 2 years before I released it. What book had the most influence on your life? Uh Love Can't Wait. That had the most influence on me. Cause stuff that's in that book, uh, I started thinking that way early, you know, and stuff that's in Boss Life Secrets. I started applying those principles in that book like within the past 10 years, most of it. But in Love Can't Wait, I was living like that when I was in my mid twenties, late 20s, and throughout all my 30s. So I would say the Love Can't Wait had the most influence on me. That's where everything kind of jump started. Oh, a book I didn't write. Oh, um, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Waddles. The Science of Getting Rich. And Brainwash by Jesus Christ. Brainwash by man, what's the dude name, man? Black dude. Tom um was it Tom? What's the last name? Tom. Damn it. I forgot his last name, man. Brainwash and the Science of Getting Rich. Yep. Those are two books that had the biggest influence on me. Brainwash because he owned a He still do own it. Advertising agency, black dude. His son run the agency now. He started I think he said he was the first black dude that owned an advertising agency in the 60s. In the 60s. That's how long he had the agency. His son took it over. He got to be about 80, 88, 89, something, 90 years old, something like that. His son started running the agency. The signs of getting rich because that book was more of a mindset, psychology. It's a different way of thinking, different way of seeing the world. His brainwash, that book basically exposed a lot of the campaigns you see in society that goes back 50 years ago. And that book, Brainwash, he was basically saying they had a 50-year campaign on us that they've been running and it's still going to this day. Yep. Signs of getting rich is about living a life of prosperity. And it shows you how to think, how to tap into your subconscious mind, and how to use your energy. Well, first off, how to tap into your energy and eventually pull everything you want into your life. That's what the book Signs of Getting Rich was all about. Grapes of Wrath. That's a book, Shelley? Grapes of Wrath? I read some Love Can't Wait and Chicken Guide book. Good books to read. Yeah, I heard of Signs of Getting Rich, but never read it. A lot of people would say Think and Grow Rich. I read Think and Grow Rich. That didn't do nothing for me. I didn't. It was alright, but Think and Grow Rich didn't do nothing for me until I read The Signs of Getting Rich, Brainwash, and Rich Dad Poor Dad too. I can't forget about that. Those three books: Rich Dad Poor Dad, The Signs of Getting Rich, and Brainwash. Yep, those three books, man, kind of jumpstart, kind of blast me off, and I ain't been the same since. There's like three to four things that really um kind of changed my way of doing things. The first thing is when I went in the Navy. That was the first thing. That's when I went in the Navy, I'm like, man, this thing ain't what I thought it was out here. And we're being played out here. It's they got us in the trick box, man, the trick bag, and we can't get out. And the way the world is run, it ain't like you think it is, man. There's something else going on behind the scenes, behind the curtains, man. Most people don't even have a clue about. There's a whole different world, man, that exists. It would take I would be here all week talking about it. if I had to explain it to somebody, it's going to take more than it's going to take more than 60 minutes or 2 hours to explain. And even if I was to explain it to the common man or common woman, 90% wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't believe it, whether you white, black, Asian, whatever. They wouldn't believe it. They'd be like, "Oh man, you're full of it," because it's hard to believe that people would actually do some of this stuff that's been going on for a long time. What movie or documentary most influenced you? I don't know. I don't know. Probably. I don't know about that. Ain't no documentary really. Probably The Matrix. I would say as far as a movie, I would say The Matrix. That's about it. Or documentary, nah, none really. There's some good ones out here now. Don't get me wrong, but they didn't really, you know, I wasn't really inspired by them or influenced. There's some good ones out here now. It's Hidden Colors. There's a lot of good ones out here. You know, there's there's some good ones out here, but I like that. I said The Matrix, the first one. You know, that's a famous book, old movie. Grapes of Wrath. I've never read that. What's that book about? Yeah, so I'm thinking Real Rich not do it for me. What did it for me was Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That probably was it's a simple book. He break down the whole money system. You know, that's that book's it's so simple, simplistic how everything was explained in that book. Now there's a bunch of books that came out before Rich Dad Poor Dad, but they didn't do nothing. Phone went out. Whoever called, call back. I got like 4 Robert Kiyosaki books, including his board game. Yeah, I meant to get the board game. I got I think 3 or 4. I got the cash flow quadrant, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and the network marketing book he came out with, and the real estate book he came out with. I got 4 of them. He got a bunch of books out. I got like 4 of them too. And I got the book, the game, Cash Flow Quadrant. I think that's the name of the game. The name of the game and the name of the book too. Cash Flow Quadrant was basically saying the same thing as Rich Dad Poor Dad. Really, I got a great documentary for you to see that I just saw how big oil conquered the world. That shit was great. What up, CG Progress 48? Yeah, these are all companies. Yeah, they uh they running shit out here. These big corporate companies, they running shit out here, man. Especially the oil companies. See, they got a bunch of money. They can fund a war, do whatever, really. Pay whoever, whether it's a politician or whatever, you know. You.
Hey, sure.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Got some.
What up?
Hey, man. Yeah, I was talking about that documentary I just saw about how big all conquer the world.
Yeah.
Man, people always hear about the thing that was so good about it is that it tied in the like some of the people that kind of like run the Western world, America, and the people, and it also ties them into the people that run the Eastern world. Which I know she's that did that. You always hear stuff about the Rothschild, but you never hear any documentary really go into details about really what the Rothschild did or how they became a power or how they run anything. Now, I've seen different pieces of how the Rothschilds really, made a bunch of money and stuff, how they initially got on and how they sent their different sons to different banking systems around the world. But this documentary ties in how the Rockefellers and everything, and the Rothschilds, and like 3 or 4 other people, and the Queen, how all of them it was talking about how like in America, the Rockefellers, how them and a couple other people got together and how they were running the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry. Like they were saying that back in the early 1900s, most of the remedies for diseases and everything were holistic medicine.
Yeah.
But then they found out, we don't want that because we can't make no money off of that. We can't put a patent on holistic medicine.
Yeah.
So since they already had money, they started these fake search companies and fake philanthropy companies where they will fund research for new drugs and everything. And then what they would do was they would put their own people on all the boards. So there was their own hand people on the board that would shoot down all the holistic medicine and okay all the pharmaceutical medicines that were beneficial to the Rockefellers and the other people. So that's how they got everybody on drugs, because before people didn't really need all these man-made drugs. People, go in their backyard and pick some. But because they figured out a way how to make money off of the medical industry, they killed all that.
Yeah, that's still happening to this day.
Yeah. And they were talking about initially how the education system is messed up the way it is because they initially set up the education system. They only wanted people to be just as smart as they needed them to run their machines and work for them. They didn't want anybody to be as smart as them. So what people don't realize is that I think it's like in the up until right after the early 1900s, most Americans were like illiterate. I mean, they had no organized school system. And the only reason why they started an organized school system was because of the industrial age. And the industrial age, that's what started with with all the machinery where they needed people to work to be able to operate the machine.
Yeah.
And they felt like the general public was too dumb to be able to follow the instructions. So remember that the rich people, they've been going to school because they cost money. School was for the elite. College was never meant for like the poor people. It was only meant for the elite people that were rich. But because of the industrial age, they needed the poor people to be able to have enough knowledge to run the machine.
Yeah.
So that's why they started the whole school system. But the school system, they started the school system where it will only teach you just enough to run the machine, but never to rise up. They will never give you enough knowledge to where you can start your own shit.
Yeah.
So that's why people never learn stuff about money or how to really build your money or how the road to get wealth in the country in school. That's why you don't learn that shit in school, because it is blinded. They don't want you to know that shit.
No, they just want you to just do what you're told.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a good documentary because it was the first documentary I've seen where they talked about what the American faction did and what they did over there in Europe with the Rothschilds and the Queen of England and all this other stuff over there. It was just real good, man.
Yeah,
And,
most of the time, man, people are scared to talk about them.
Well, I don't see why this gets talked about. It's obvious why.
Yeah.
You know, I just happened to find out about this documentary. I think another YouTuber, an African YouTuber, matter of fact, and he was recommending that people listen to these documentaries that he saw. So I wrote it down and I said, well, let me check it out, see if I can find it online. And I found it. I was like, oh yeah, this is real good. It was about, I guess it was about an hour and a half long.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
Matter of fact, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, man. In the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, even all the way to the 70s, bro. Anything that anybody had that was of value, they got slaughtered, bro. They took it.
And there's also the other thing that people don't, now the whole, for like the past like 5 years, the whole rage is like with the electric cars now. Like that's something new. They're still and talked about in that documentary. Remember, this documentary is not new. It's kind of old. But they show how they had electric cars before they had gasoline cars in America.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it ain't like they didn't discover how to build electric cars. They were sitting there and figured out put the electric cars out of business way back in like the late 1800s.
Yeah, they had
they could make them well for that.
Yeah, they had the technology early, man. They just didn't want it out. They didn't want to put it out.
Yeah. And what happened was, if you got an electric car, that means you can't buy no, you don't need to buy the all. So that's how the electric car guys, taken out. And also, man, it's just the way they tie it together. Look, I'm going by what the documentary say. It seems like it makes sense to me, but it makes perfect sense when they put it together. It's logical.
Yeah.
Who knows what is real and what is not real? But all I'm saying is that it's worth taking a look at and listen to because the way they tied all this stuff together, it really does make sense.
Yeah, man. Look, man. See, I had older parents, so they told me a lot of stuff that went down in the past when they were growing up.
I seen this documentary years ago. I forgot the name of it, but he was talking about this guy back in like the 40s or 50s. He came up, they always talking about gas models of cars, where this guy supposedly invented a carburetor where the car could get some crazy thing like something like 100 miles on a gallon of gas, something crazy like that. And it actually worked. So the way the story goes is that he got like a business from some people to really find out if it worked. And all of a sudden he wound up with a gunshot to the head.
Oh yeah, bro.
Nobody ever heard about his investing no more after that.
No, because these people, man, they had ties to the mob. They still got ties in the mob today.
And one good, I just remember another one. Well, here's a book that I forgot to mention. I just remembered it. You ever heard of this book called Confessions of an Economic Hitman?
Yeah, I got it.
Don Perkins.
I got it. I read it.
Okay. That book really influenced me when I first heard about that. But what I can't understand is I'm like, how is this dude not dead? Because
he was CIA.
Ben got killed.
He's CIA.
Yeah, I know. He should have been got killed though.
Oh, well.
That's the other thing.
Well,
don't care that you knew that.
Well, maybe it ain't his time yet.
No, but he been out there for a long time.
I know.
YouTube watch his lectures. He be lecturing all over the country.
I know, bro, but they don't get you out. They don't get everybody at the same time. Sometimes it take a long time.
Yeah, but I just remember him. That was really influenced me.
And maybe check this out. Maybe
I had no idea that stuff was going on.
But check this out. Maybe he's still plugged in.
He gotta be. That's what I'm saying. They must be more to the Lord, or they must not care. It's because you can't do anything about it.
Well, I think they look at it like, hey, you still work, still on our payroll. You might come on every once in a while as a contractor or something like that, and you go ahead and go ahead and make your little money on the side. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of deal.
Yeah, I just seen him recently talking about who America killed, who the American government killed.
Yeah.
Which person we couldn't bribe, and why the reason why the American government bribed them. We couldn't bribe them.
Well, now in this time, a lot of white folks don't care. They saying
names and stuff. I'm like, damn,
bro.
Is he still breathing?
A lot of white people don't care now because they stressed out, bro.
Well, it's like this. I think that they know that it's really, to be honest with you, it don't matter if you know, because they know that you can't do nothing about it. What you gonna do?
Exactly.
Because they're on the army.
Yeah.
That's the only true power. Whoever got the biggest and baddest army with the best weapons, that's who got the most power. That's worldwide.
Yeah.
That's irrefutable.
So a lot of people.
So if you control the biggest and baddest army, then you can do what you want to do. That's worldwide. That's how the world runs.
Yeah. Exactly. So a lot of people.
So it don't matter if you're right or wrong, you know.
Yeah, it don't. So a lot of people like him. He used to be CIA, and probably even after he retired, probably used to be on the payroll doing a little job here and there. So a lot of people look at him like, let him talk. Who cares? What he gonna do? He can't stop us from doing anything. Let him make his money. Who cares?
And this is my last thing. I'm gonna let somebody else get on here. My last thing. I always like for people to remember Aristide and with the American government did the Aristide over there in Haiti. People don't know nothing about that.
Oh, man.
It's kind of hard to find online what happened, but America is supposed to be pro-democracy. We so much against dictatorship. We're supposed to be the good guys. We go all over the world imposing our will because the leaders that are in charge of certain countries are supposed to be doing it so they people so bad, and we want to impose democracy because democracy is supposed to be better. So we go around the world saying that, well, we got to intervene because this was a democratic election. So in Haiti, which America hates, in Haiti, they elected a democratic fascist, Aristide. Aristide was a former priest that the people of Haiti, the actual people of Haiti, voted him as the leader of Haiti. I don't know what they call it, president, whatever. But anyway, America wanted Aristide to do certain things that was against the interests of his people, and Aristide wasn't with that. So the first time they sent the Marines over there. I think it was the Marines or the Army they sent over there. And the way the American government usually is this is part of the economic hitman type thing. Where they come in, they try to bribe you.
Yeah.
If the money don't work, then they send in what they call a jackals. The jackals is the people that they use to wipe you out. In this case, we sent in the Army or the Marines, all right? And we also throw a bunch of money at your opposition. Whoever was against you, we back doing a bunch of money like we're doing in Venezuela right now.
Yeah.
To get you out. So if we successfully overthrow you with a coup, then the person that takes over, you're now America's puppet. You do what America says, which means that you got to do what is not in the interest of your own people. That's how it works worldwide.
Yeah.
So the thing that was crazy about Aristide is that we tried that over there, and the people rose up to defend Aristide, so it didn't work the first time. So then Aristide was back in office, so America came back again. And what's this guy? You ever heard of this guy, Randall Robinson? Randall Robinson used to be big in America back in the day.
No.
He was big in politics in America. He started this, I forgot what it's called, something like USA for Africa, some kind of thing he started. Anyway, Randall Robinson was talking about what happened with Aristide, and it had matter of fact, Randall Robinson was American citizen, but he's not American years ago because of all the corruption and racism and stuff in America. He said he couldn't take it. He wrote books and everything, so he's not like a He was a big time dude. But anyway, what the American government did to Aristide is that they tried to overthrow him the first time. But even though he was a democratic elected president of Haiti, that didn't work. The people rose up on his side. Then they came back to the Marines. And what happened was, the way the story goes, they came in like in the middle of the night, kicked in his door, had him and his family at gunpoint, told him that either he leave right now on Air Force, I think it was Air Force One, or probably Air Force Two, I think, Air Force Two. He leave on a plane right now, or they gonna kill him. So I think Aristide, the way the story goes, that Aristide's wife called, I think she knew Maxine Waters, and she called other people in Congress here in America to try to, get them some help. So they prevented him from getting killed, but he still had to leave. So he was up on an American plane, I think it was Air Force Two. And then I think while it was in the air, they were calling to different countries to try to find out which country would give him asylum. So a lot of the Latin American countries that he was friends with, they turned their back on him. Well, I think, where did he wind up at? I forgot what country he wound up with, but he wound up getting exiled from Haiti. He couldn't come back. He couldn't come back for years behind that. And another person took his place, and you see how Haiti is now. But people don't know that history. I'm quite sure that they can find it out on YouTube somewhere. Somebody probably posted up something about it. But that's the kind of stuff they go. I mean, not only America, but that's how most countries do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably 97%.
And one little quick other thing too about South Africa. Now, when they had apartheid going on over there in South Africa,
it's still going on. It's still going on. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't went nowhere.
Okay, so it's the Black Orioles over there right now, running the place there.
Yup. Boy, hey, hold up. Boy, if you want to see some coons, you go over there. Woo! Great, dog. Go ahead.
But back in the day when they were officially called it apartheid, you ever notice how, like in America, whenever they say anything about Africa is always bad your whole life?
Yeah.
You ain't never heard them say anything good about Africa. Think about that.
Never.
They ain't never said nothing on TV good about Africa. I like
nope.
that. But here's another thing too. Everything that's now, this is how you got to think. Think about it. If everything is so bad in Africa, how come white folks running over there?
I'm telling you, exactly. If you catch a plane right now, and you get on that plane full of white folks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was so bad, and you hate black folks and this and that. Why y'all running? Why y'all choosing them over there?
They can't look. They can't stay away from us.
It's just crazy. But okay, get back to the point. Back when they was officially called it apartheid, most people in America didn't even know what the hell was going on over there.
No.
We didn't really find out until this shit was damn near over.
Yeah.
But one thing most Americans to this day don't know is that all the support that the American government gave the white apartheid system, all the support they gave them in basically keeping the black folks slavery over there.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that. They don't know all the support that the American government gave them to keep.
No, they don't know. No. They take your tax money and use it in these other countries.
And the last thing I just heard about, you know how Robert Mugabe in America, they talk about how bad a guy he is?
Yeah.
Robert Mugabe was used to run Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Now, I heard a lot of stuff about the bad stuff that Robert Mugabe did, but the bad stuff I heard about what Robert Mugabe did, that's not why the American government hate him.
No.
I heard about how he had certain people killed and this and that might be true, but that ain't why the American government hate him.
No.
The American government hate Robert Mugabe because he took all the land the white folks took from the black people and made them give it back.
Yeah.
That's why the American government hated him.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you heard this, but a couple of weeks ago, I think it's Zimbabwe. They just agreed to pay like the white farmers who land, the white people who stole their land. Now they got to pay the white people that stole their land so many millions of dollars. Now they just agreed to pay them out.
Yeah, I heard. So they not
for the land that they stole.
Yeah, I heard. About, so they
so
they going through with that shit.
Well, yeah, it's a big deal now.
Oh,
they
God.
agreed to pay them for the land that they stole from them in the first place.
You awful. Who is this guy in Zimbabwe?
Who running the? I don't know who running the country now.
Awful.
But you gotta think. Now, initially when I heard it, I was like, this is crazy, but you gotta think about it. Think about what's going on behind the scenes. You think about all these European countries, like, you know what's going on. Is you're gonna do this, you're gonna find a bullet in your head,
yeah.
How they operate.
But you know what, man? You know what? You know what? Sometimes I would rather die than live like a slave. I don't want no.
Yeah.
I don't
think about it. That's a hard pill to swallow.
It is.
You actually face with it.
Like for example,
because
I would never surrender. No, no. Surrender to what?
Mm-hmm.
Like when they sign these peace treaties in these countries, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? You don't know what's in that peace treaty, but what you basically let them take over your land, your resources, and they bring these big Fortune 500 companies in here and then do whatever, and the whole houses come. The whole houses come, the drugs come, the guns come, the foreigners come, people from Europe come, people from America come, and they basically raise hell. The liquor come, the drugs come, and everything changed, and there ain't damn thing you can do about it because you surrendered.
Yep. That's why, like, back when this whole thing about, I know you heard about the year return supposed to be this year, 2020. Like, I guess it's supposed to be a year that black folks visit Africa or something like that. I don't know, but everything was Ghana in the beginning. Like the last couple of years, all you heard was like black people from America moving to Ghana.
Yeah.
But I'll take a side eye to Ghana because when I heard about Ghana was about to agree to let the United States government build an army base over there, I'm like, what?
Oh, for real?
Are you stupid? I'm like,
when they said that?
That was. This happened like about a year or so ago. They had agreed to do that, but what happened was people found out about it and they started raising hell over there in Ghana. So that's why it didn't go through.
Oh,
it was a done deal. It was about to go through.
That's good.
Agreed to let the United States build an army base over there in Ghana, and then the word got out online, and then people started protesting about it, and that's why they backed off.
Well, that's good.
In order for you to agree to that tells you something right there. To me, you can't be trusted.
See, people got hard over there. They ain't going for the bullshit. You know?
But the leadership, though.
Yeah. Them guys got scared. Whoever they was. And they said, hey, man, we whoever they call, whoever they're working for, they made that call. And, hey, man, we got to do something different, man. We about to lose our life over here. Yeah. See, let me tell you something I learned, man, by traveling these other countries. In America, man, we're soft over here. We're soft, bro. We're cowards over here. These other people in these other countries, bro, they would never stand for this crap that happened here in America. They would not. They will pull these politicians out of their house and murk them, bro.
I don't know about that stuff, man.
Bro.
You look at the history.
Bro, you got these people on live TV saying whatever they want about anybody. And they're walking around. You got these politicians, Joe Biden, you name them, saying whatever, doing whatever. They walking around. Sometimes some people, they're walking around with no security, bro. Bro, that didn't happen in the 60s, bro. That didn't happen in the 50s and 60s, bro. When my
that's because we're used to the lies and everything. Now we're used to it.
Bro, my dad, I still have uncles that's 80 years old, bro, 80 plus. That didn't happen in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, bro. Well, you got black people is doing dirt and they'll assassinate somebody and he's walking around his neighborhood, and you got white people that's behind it. They know who's behind it, and they just living their life. Bro, that didn't happen, bro, in the 60s. If you did some dirt, if you was a black person and you did some dirt back in the day, you couldn't come back to the neighborhood. You couldn't go back to where you from. You couldn't come back to your hometown. Today, you got these people, the number in the phone book. The number in the phone book. You can call them up and be like, hey, are you the guy that killed Martin Luther King?
Yes, I am.
Bro, and he's on the phone. Nah, I don't want no interviews. Hang up, bam. Bro, we're in a different time today, man. We're in a different time today, man.
You gotta look how the American public is socially engineered for the last like 30, 40 years, man. I mean, look at it. You got strippers and hookers are what your kids are reported, your girls are reported to aspire to be now.
We looking at these. You got.
Like, what do you want to grow up to be, Kathy? I want to be a stripper.
You got these.
That's promoted now.
We got these hoes that's supposed to be rappers, and most of them. You got these hoes that they claim they want to be a rapper, but they're really a stripper. That's who we talking about.
It's promoting debauchery.
Yeah.
You got all the guys want to be girls wearing dresses and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what kind of shit is this?
I don't know, bro.
And something is wrong with you if you look at it like it's crazy.
Yeah.
The whole thing is upside down.
If you say something negative about it, then you become the problem.
Yeah, you're the problem. Yeah, you don't have no tolerance. Like, whatever word you want to put on it.
Yo, man, it's crazy out here today, man.
You got so-called stars adopting black kids from Africa and turning them into girls with dresses on them and shit, talking about they can choose the sex they want to be.
Yeah.
That's for white kids to do that shit. Don't go to little black kids.
Yeah. And then you got women out here talking about, oh, that's sexual empowerment. So I can if I get naked in public, oh, girl power. If you don't get up out of here.
The whole thing with that that don't make no sense to me is that, okay, I'm strong. I can do what I don't want to do. I don't need no man. On top of that, why you not protecting me? I mean, hold on.
Reason? Oh, hold up. Let me answer that. The reason why I'm not protecting you, because every time I go to the internet, I turn on the TV, you popping butt cheeks and showing flashing tits. I can't take you serious. And then you hanging with these lames, and then as soon as that lame shoots you in the foot, now you want some help. Hell no.
Okay. Since you brought up that, I want to say one thing about that. I'm going to jump right back on the other side. Now, being a stallion. What is a stallion? A male horse. Not a female horse, but a male horse.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to leave that alone right there. Now, but my whole point about I'm strong, I don't need no man, I'm this, I'm that. But then on the other hand, I need protection. Make that make sense. If you so fucking strong and you don't need this, you don't need that, then you don't need no fucking protection. You're supposed to protect yourself.
Exactly.
You don't have no dude come out and talk about I need protection.
Look, where I'm from, we don't.
You can't handle both. You can't handle both ways. Pick one.
Exactly. If you want to be respected in these streets, you got to carry yourself in a certain type of way. But if you popping butt cheeks and showing flashing tits, that ain't gonna do it. I'm sorry. I don't know. Huh?
Let me let somebody else get in.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Let's see. Black Wolf, what up? Life was better when simps were killed and women were oppressed. The way Black Wolf, you crazy, man. It's the way nature intended and the way it should have always been. We can only hope for Corona kill it. Man, you crazy, man. They won't end until people start going hockey masks and murking people. Oh, if I would have made better decisions, I wouldn't have to work this kind of dangerous job. Oh, what kind of job you got, CG? What kind of job you got that's dangerous? I tell my little brothers to get educated and learn to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Construction as a black man ain't for everyone. You do construction? What kind of construction? I did construction like probably like 2 years. I used to put up drywall. That drywall, that's not so bad, you know. But like construction jobs, if you work at commercial, them high rise buildings, them shits can be dangerous, man. People get killed in the motherfuckers, man. But some of these construction sites, boy, dangerous. It's hell, boy. There's too many damn people working on these sites. That's the problem. They claim they got these safety precautions. Man, people get hurt all the time on these construction sites. Yeah, these. Plus, man, you can't do construction. You can't do that shit forever. That shit tears down your body. You know, that's just what it is. You can only do that but so long, man. Really. Putting up drywall, that's not so bad. But if you do like electrician or laying bricks or anything like that, putting up steel beams and all that shit, boy, that shit is dangerous, bro. A lot of lifting, anything, man, fuck that. Driving with explosives, chemicals, think about it. Yeah, that shit is dangerous, bro. You know. So hey, man, I've been on here an hour and a half. You know, like I said, man, yeah, go into the business for yourself and learn how to build cages for. Wow. Yeah, like I said, man, the Bad Boys Club is wide open. Go to my community tab and check it out, man. It's a free test run for 2 weeks. Go to my community tab and check it out. You know, hey man, until next time, I'm out. Peace.